Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm Adam here from BoLS Souls with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
We're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan, you brought the something special for the Star Wars fans out there.
This is the 30th anniversary Star Wars role-playing game,
Wow.
And it's awesome. So, to clarify, this is not Star Wars the role-playing game by Fantasy Flight Games. This is the one by West End Games. So it's the classic Star Wars game that uses a D6 dice. But we'll get into that.
Yeah, it's actually reprinted by FFG, so it's this whole like throwback.
Also, disclaimer, it is 2018. This game came out in 1987, so it's technically the 31st anniversary, but we'll ignore that. Yeah, but there's a lot to show off here. 2 books and 1 big box case.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's take a look inside. All right, Evan, you brought the Star Wars role-playing game 30th anniversary edition here. Yes. This is super cool, man.
Yeah, this is the 30th anniversary, technically 31st. 1987, West End Games came out with this game, and it is a role-playing game that has a D6 dice system. It's sort of like a D20 from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Popular back then. Not anymore, right?
Never heard of a D20.
And it's very cool. It has because it's before any of the prequels or anything like that came out, so it's all based off of the original trilogy. Yeah. And we'll see that too in the artwork. Well, there's a lot of pictures from the movies as well. Sweet. Here's the back. And this is just kind of a protective cut. You can see...
Yeah, this is licensed from FFG. FFG is actually reprinting the original West End Games version, because they have the license now.
Yes, to do role-playing game, So this is actually just a sleeve. You can see this is the back.
Yeah, super
nice
cool
little artwork. I'll show you the spine if you want to take the
yeah.
There's... I don't know how well you can see that on the camera.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
That... And then here's the front. This kind of like
nice,
gloss.
sleek.
Yeah. So it comes with 2 books, and then there's like another thing in there. Let's take this out.
Yeah.
2 books, and then a folio for the new role-playing game.
The new one, yeah.
The current one. But it'll have descriptions of each different one. There's Force and Destiny, Age of Rebellion, and Edge of Empire. Yep. Yeah. So
all those,
which uses the proprietary dice system, totally different. But you are here to learn about these.
Yes,
so
I am.
2 books. There's the source book, which will go in, I think, second, and then we have the actual role-playing game. It's interesting because it's not I'm used to rule books for RPGs being really thick, D&D, Pathfinder, all that stuff. It's very thin.
Is nice hard.
But it's hard, glossy. Here's the back of it real quick. What's interesting is this is not just a reprint with new design and stuff like that. This is exactly, for the most part, exactly what it looked like back then. So you have the Star Wars West End Games there. You have the address. They don't usually put address anymore, do they? On the back?
I think it's usually in the copyright information.
Yeah, science fiction fantasy game. This is how it looked. And
there's a foreword though, right, from the original.
Yes, I think so.
I think that's the only change.
Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the foreword. I think it's from who is it from?
Pablo Hidalgo,
creative executive at Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
So there's a foreword that's different. This is gonna be a little different too, and whatnot. So, what I also wanted to say too is, since it came out in a time where role-playing games were kind of just starting as well, you kind of can read that in it. We'll get into that, but they really go over kind of not in depth, but a very beginner guide on
role-playing games. It's RPGs. Tabletop RPGs weren't as prevalent as they are now. So it's a little bit more in-depth for beginning RPG stuff.
So this is the first page. It's going to actually kind of gloss over the whole story of Star Wars. The kind of setting you're in. What's interesting is I don't remember anything like this in the new books. It'll kind of go over this is the galaxy, stuff like that. But at the time the current RPG is out, everyone knows what Star Wars is and what's going on.
They don't have to do the opening scroll because you know what Star Wars is.
Yeah, so this is kind of cool. Kind of a cool thing. And then what's interesting too is this is not artwork. At least I can tell. It's like a picture of a model. Can you tell that?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
This is a picture of a model, and it's a picture that's some graphics. It's cool. It's
different stuff. If it is a picture, they did a really good job.
There's an art there, and I think that's the last of the color pictures. After that, it's gonna be black and white, just the original.
Oh,
wow. Book. So introduction, we have of course what the difference between players and game masters is, a word about role playing.
Yeah.
Everyone like knows about that. And this is still in RPG books today, but this is kind of worded in a way for like nobody who knows what RPGs are. So creating characters is really interesting there's not like a blank character sheet and you fill it out. There are 23, I want to say 24. There's in the 20s, and they're basically like these.
Yeah, 24 character templates.
Templates, yes, and there are these templates that you can choose from, and you can customize from those templates. But for the most part, those are just kind of what you are as stats. You don't necessarily roll your stats at all. You can improve your skills, but not your attributes, that sort of thing. But that's interesting to point out. So you have templates to choose from.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I guess you can homebrew it and make your own new templates if you want.
Yeah. But when you're first starting out,
yes,
this was it's quite a few. It's not character classes.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll talk about like how you can photocopy your book if you don't have a photocopier. It's fun. Customize it. So there's a dice system. It's a D6 dice system. It talks about the dice codes. Basically, that's 2D something. You know, we're kind of used to that in RPGs, but like for instance, 2D. And so this is only D6s. So 2D meant you roll two D6s.
Yeah.
And then it could be 2D plus 2, as you can see here. That's 2 dice. Plus 2 on top of that number. Yeah.
Which is really interesting because now the way they write like D6s, even if it's a game that only uses D6s, still says 2D6.
Exactly, yeah. Because people are still... There's now polyhedral sets and of course the D20 system. So they have to now... Exactly how you say D6, yeah.
Yeah. But this is an all D6 system.
Yes, all D6. Well, when we get to the character sheets, it'll make sense with the codes too.
Yeah.
Attributes and skills. Attributes are basically what you're born with. You're kind of like your
physical strength,
dexterity, knowledge, that stuff. And then skills are stuff you can improve throughout the game.
Yeah.
There's an example of the character sheet. We'll get into them too. They're very small. Like D&D, like with spells and stuff like that, it's usually 2 or 3 sheets.
Yeah.
It's just like one sheet and you can fill in there. And it's kind of an interesting point too. Like this is when RPGs were first coming out, so they're not bare bones, but they're not so focused on stats, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's a lot more narrative. So you can choose your skills. This is more about character creation, and it has over here too, it's like a scripted example, which is fun. So if you chose, for instance, a bounty hunter, kind of scripted what the bounty hunter would talk like and stuff like that.
Okay.
Of course, if you choose the bounty hunter, you can make your own name, you can make your own backstory, that sort of thing. And it has on the character sheets, we'll see, there's like a semi-backstory in the back, but you can choose whatever you want. The scripted goes on for a while. And then how you get started. So Chapter 2 is the bare bones, the basic rules of the game, how you make rolls, and what dice you use, what stats you use, dice codes you use. If you've played an RPG before, this is going to
make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Pose rules, difficulty numbers, stuff like that. It's very... Like, it's a D6 system, but it's still very loosely based off D&D. So, action segments, shooting, stuff like that. We can kind of gloss over this. If you're really interested in the rules, you can easily find them online, because this is, again, a 30-year-old game.
Yeah, the rules are out there.
Yeah, this is meant to be like a collector's edition, or if you want to have like a nice physical copy to play with.
Or if your old 30-year-old copy is falling apart.
Exactly, yeah. It's something to replace it with.
I love that they took pictures from the movie and just like...
They're just like from the movie. They're black and white. It's really cool. You can't tell this in the camera, but feel this paper stock. Like
it's nice paper stock too.
It's nice, but like it's kind of old school paper stock. Yeah. Introduction to role playing. This is where you're gonna get for the DM. So this book, of course, is for both players and DMs, dungeon masters or game masters. This is gonna be how to play it. It'll go step-by-step guidance too. That sort of thing.
This is like a choose your own adventure style.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like.
So like if you have written alarm trigger, go to 10, otherwise go to 11.
Yeah.
So this is like a step-by-step. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And it's, I mean it's cool because like it helps with the DM. You don't have to do a lot of like thinking and improvising.
Well, it's a good example of what you can expect or how to craft your adventure.
Yeah.
Again, these type of things have been explained and written about for the last 40 years at this point. So
for sure,
this is looking at it now can seem a little rudimentary, but at the same time, this is a reprint, so this is what it looked like at the time. So.
One thing I love too, it was probably necessary for the time, but the example of play, like I said earlier, the scripted play, I can see that being super helpful for people who've never played before. Who don't know how to act and stuff like that. Like, have you ever joined a group and they're not really into the role playing? They don't say the voices and stuff like that. That's kind of helpful for them to get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So
game master sections.
I didn't see the G. I was like, Game Master. Yeah. What does that mean? So Game Master section, more into the Game Master.
You've never had an Amateur section?
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, no. Chapter 1 introduction to game mastering. Again, if you've played that,
it's more in-depth dive for the rules now.
Yeah, attributes and skills. Exactly. It's more in-depth for the rules. Stuff that players don't need to know. They could know if they wanted to, but
This is where the GM kind of fudges stuff to make the game work.
Yeah.
But it gives you how things are supposed to work, and then you go from there.
Yeah. Goes over the skills, which are helpful, and attributes, how long things take, stuff like that. Oh, there's more color. So I'm just going to skip over.
Yeah.
More art.
I love that it's showing some examples.
It's like a color, it's a kid's book. Challenge. I love it.
They challenged this.
This is an Imperial Navy advertisement.
Nice.
I love it. That's great. Okay.
Get you in character. That's
the cool part, and then there's the back as well. All right. So we're gonna go over. You can.
Again, this is more scripted stuff.
Chapter 3 is combat. Combat works very much like. It works very much like D&D. You got your different actions you're allowed to take and side actions, stuff like that. Skill rolls, damage rolls, all that's very similar as well. Yeah. Just with a D6 system.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
It's almost like a miniature war game for the combat too, if I remember correctly. But it's,
wounds and healing. So there's natural healing, failing collision, stuff like that.
This is just the role-playing game reprinted, so...
I don't know how in-depth we have to get. Again, you can find this.
Let's keep going. I really want to get to the Source Book, though. So.
Okay, the Starships real quick. Starships,
there's
really
Starship
cool.
combat.
That's very cool. And if you play the current game, there's rules aside for Starships as well, so that's nice. I'm just going to skip ahead. We have Chapter 6, the Force.
You gotta have rules for the Force.
Again, just like the current game, the Force is kind of a separate thing. So the skills that you get out of your templates, a few of them have the Force, but it's separate from your other attributes. Yeah. And it kind of works differently. We don't need to go into too in depth, but it's really cool. You can, and just like in the regular games too, there's no like Jedi. Like there's a failed Jedi you can choose from. There's I think an apprentice or something like that. So they're not like overpowered Force sensitive characters that you can choose from. So that's cool. There's lightsabers, of course. That would be Oh my god, there's more color.
Yeah.
I love
There's some color print. And these pages feel different than the other pages.
Yeah, they're glossy.
Too. They're glossy,
So skip over all that. We have Chapter 7, Other Characters.
AKA NPCs.
Yes, NPCs, non-player characters. So it talks about aliens, and we'll see in the source book kind of other aliens you can choose from, but droid programming, droid skills, goes over that. Basically, this is for the game master to be able to, put more characters and stuff like that, how to use them. Chapter 1, running of it. So this is their adventure section.
Yeah, again, more of a how-to on how to run adventures.
How to run an adventure. I think it's going to have an adventure as well. Let's see if we can find it. Nope, designing adventures. How to design your own adventure.
Yep.
I think there was an adventure.
Setting and all that.
3, Rebel Breakout. Yeah,
there's
so this
your
is the adventure. So you have kind of a starter one, just like in D&D. There's a starter.
Yeah.
Is there one in the book?
Yeah, well, I think they're the D. But real quick, let's skip ahead to the character, the 24.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Well,
I don't want to give away the adventure.
No, we're skipping over all the adventure. We have a couple more color sheets introducing.
This is an advertisement for the T65.
I love it. The classic. Oh, this is great. Classic ads.
Galaxy Tours. That's
classic
funny.
Ads.
That is funny.
This is interesting. The glossy. Oh no. Yeah. A map too of kind of like section for your adventure. So, adventure ideas, more on how to build an adventure. Keep going, keep going. We're gonna get to the character sheets now. All right. So here's the character sheets.
Yeah.
So it's cool. These are the templates.
Yeah, rotate this way. You can see the templates.
So up here, you don't really need to see it right now because it's the blank sheet that you can fill in. You can photocopy if you have a photocopier.
Or access to one.
Or you can just use the internet. What is that? So these are going to be your templates. It's really cool too. You can cut them out if you want to.
I think you're supposed to photocopy them and then cut them out. But
that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's a ton of different options. Gambler,
so on the front side, it's going to have their stats. So you can see for dexterity, this guy has 3 dice. For perception, 4 dice. And then on the back, if you want to actually flip this around, so for
a little bit of a background for him.
Exactly. The local. Laconic
Scout, little retainer, the Merc.
Yeah, the Merc. It's kind of as a background for them. Personality, stuff like that. A quote from them. So this is mostly like you can maybe make your own if you want.
And tweak it yourself.
Yeah, so let's keep going through them. Sorry. Oh, where we're going? We're going over here. So a lot more.
And again, there's 24 of those to pick from.
What do we have here?
We have reference tables.
Tables, yeah.
So
charts
and tables.
Yeah, charts and tables in the very back.
Yeah.
There's no DM screen. So
not included with this.
Not included with this. You can make your own. There's a lot of them you can use. And then an advertisement for Destiny in the back.
This is funny. This is actually for Star Wars Destiny, which is the dice card game.
The dice game.
The CCG, which is funny. And then a whole bunch
for the new ones.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do the source book.
The source book. Yes.
You're very excited about this.
I am super pumped about this.
Again, this is a reprint from West End Games. It's the original inside.
And we're not going to go page by page, but it's pretty cool.
I want to show you the table of contents.
Again, they have the opening scroll.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Table of contents over here. So we have general spacecraft systems.
Yes.
Chapter 2 is starfighters. Chapter 3 is combat starships. 4 is space transports. 5 is droids. So the first 4 are just transports. Then we have 5, which is droids. 6, which is
a repulsion lift.
I'm looking at the side.
Yeah, vehicles. Yep. So like your land speeders, your air speeders, those type of things.
7 is Imperial ground assault vehicles.
ATs and ATSTs.
Aliens. I almost said allies. Aliens. 8. 9 is creatures. 10 is creature equipment. We have lightsabers. General equipment.
Lightsabers get their own chapter.
Stormtroopers. Rebel bases, Imperial garrisons, and then hero and villains. Let's skip through it real quick. Introduction, just kind of telling you what's going on in the galaxy.
This is great because this is all the background information, the technical readouts of Death Stars.
You're going to see too. There's going to be actually some concept art from the movies too, which is really cool that they added in.
But it talks about hyperdrives, sublight drives, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, this is your knowledge center, especially for the game master. Who
there's some concept art.
Concept art right here. It's for the game master to be able to use. So like a player
this is your world building stuff.
Exactly.
If the player has a question, this is the stuff you're going to reference.
Yeah, which is really cool that it's added into your box set.
The A-wing. Oh, picture concepts for the B-wing. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Over here more.
B-wing.
So we're gonna skip ahead. Yep. So
technical. Oh man, the T-65.
That's pretty cool.
Technical readout.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
So we also have the performance data chart, which is really cool. It has a nice, easy to use chart. It has the dice codes for you to use. Skip ahead.
TIE Aggressor, Interceptor,
Imperial Star Destroyer, TIE Fighter.
Is that just? Hang on. Which TIEs? We got the TIE LN. Oh man, TIE Interceptor.
Yeah, TIE Bomber right there.
TIE Bomber. Oh man.
Look at this too. It's
so
got
cool.
How they break down their troops, if you will.
Oh yeah, it's got like a squadron. How that's all divided up.
So there's 6 squadrons in each wing. So it's like one wing is 72, 6 squadrons, and then there's 3 fighters in each squadron, stuff like that. That's really cool.
2 elements in each flight.
So kind of talk about combat starships. We got the rebel stuff.
Escort frigates.
Corvette. I'm gonna skip ahead more.
Yeah. Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Mon Calamari cruisers.
That was I was about to say Mon Calamari cruiser.
Snap! We got the blueprints for the freaking
Millennium Falcon. That's
this
awesome.
is technically the YT-1300.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Man, these are the type of things you can spend hours flipping through here.
Those missiles?
Huh. Apparently, but don't tell that to the Lando version.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Moving on.
Anyway, moving on. So we got more. Let's skip ahead. Let's get to droids.
Well, it's funny too because like you can see the early concept designs and how those have tweaked and changed over.
Oh yeah.
The last 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's droids. This is really
Assassin droids. Oh man. Yeah, you get the idea. There's a lot of really cool stuff. We could spend hours going through this book showing it off just because there's so much stuff.
Way far ahead. There's creatures. These are cool. It has pictures from the original movie.
Now, hang on. This is definitely an addition. This picture right here.
Is it?
Because a dewback, that looks like it's from the re-release. Because it's got the Desert Trooper on a dewback.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing the...
Well, I think the dewback was cut out of the original film.
Oh, that's right. That might be what that is.
That's why it was. And this is probably like pictures from behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes stuff, yeah.
Guns.
Guns.
All the nice charts and the pricing and stuff like that.
So that's a big deal, too. This book isn't just a source book. It's also got information for gameplay. So that's kind of a big deal. Wow. Yeah. Like I said, we could keep going.
There's a lot. I'm going to skip. We have Imperial Garrisons. That's cool. Oh, wait. There is something cool. Base plans. I like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There's a lot. The maps, the
we get to the heroes,
villains. Oh, yeah. Heroes and villains, yeah.
Martha, Lando.
Yeah. Lando.
Billy D. Williams.
And we're going to skip ahead more. The back, I mean, there's more charts. Yoda has his own stats. Boba Fett, if you want to find him. Let's see how big Darth Vader is.
Darth Vader. He's a beast. He's got some. He's got some seven die. This is
what is that?
Bureaucracy is 9 dice.
Wow.
Plus 1. Alien races is 7 plus 1.
Yeah. Is that his highest 9? Yeah. No, 10.
He's got a 10 in command. Which
11.
Lightsaber.
Makes sense. Fire. And then the back of the original
bibliography. That's really fun.
Force Awakens kind of ad for this. And then more Destiny, X-Wing. Oh, X-Wing and Imperial. So wow,
very cool.
Very cool. A lot in there.
Boom.
Yeah, both these books came out together in their own pack.
Very cool stuff. Let's hop out for a really fast recap. Well, that was the 30th anniversary edition of the Star Wars role-playing game box set. That's pretty nice, man.
It's pretty cool. It's a really cool fan kind of favor that they did for him. It's still FFG who's printing it now because they have the rights, but it's them. It's still the West End Games logo everywhere. The rules are completely the same. The book is exactly how it was, just reprinted with a nice box to put it in.
So it's still that D6 system.
Yeah.
It is different than the current Edge of Empire, Age of Rebellion.
All those, the Fantasy Flight role-playing games.
Right. It is a different system. But again, you get the core book in there. You get the, the
source book as well, which is really cool, yeah. Source book is like... It's kind of old because most people already know the information that's in there now, but it's still very cool to have, and it could be helpful.
It's some cool nostalgia factor.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If you want to check that out, this is brand new, right?
Brand new, just came out. Yeah.
Sweet. What's the price point on this?
$59.95. Gives you 2 books.
For 2 books.
Yeah, and a box.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you're looking to the back cover.
Yes.
If you're looking to play a classic Star Wars role-playing game, this is it.
Yeah.
Go check it out. I'm Adam Harry from BoLS.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
This has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.